Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, guys, to my YouTube channel. This is Miss Fierce from the Fierce Trade House. If this is your first time on my YouTube channel, please, by all means, like, subscribe, click on that notification bell. Just do anything nice, and feel welcome. This is my weekly analysis. As always, I like to go through the charts before the market opens in a couple of hours. Right now, it's 7 p.m. Kenyan time. So I think around midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. will be live. And what I want to start with today is NAS 100, which is looking pretty interesting. Now, I'm just thinking right now, just looking at this chart on the weekly, I feel like we are already giving off bearish signal. So I'm just going out on a limb here and I'm like, okay, NAS last week rallied and then on Friday it pulled back. Actually, sorry, the last couple of weeks was in the weekly has been rallying to the upside, and then on last week it actually dropped. Last week was FOMC. And we see that the previous week we had taken out a couple of weekly highs, and then we then began to retrace. So my take is we are actually headed down. This would be a longer term target. This is what this is. About 1,419 points. Okay, so that's really the long term. On the short term, we're definitely going to be targeting the demand zone about 427 points away. So yeah, so for me, NAS is looking bearish. If we look at structure-wise, it's bearish. You took out levels of intermediary structure here, and then we just broke down again, and we literally retested a specific zone here a couple of times. There's pending liquidity downside. So guys, we are definitely opening bearish. Okay, that's what I'm hoping for. We have imbalances, we have an order block, we have liquidity. I mean, that whole combination is really pushing NAS for me to open bearish. So even if whatever happens, I'll still be looking for sells, okay, this week, at least until we're able to take out the 13,000 level at the very least. 13,000, 1294, 1.2 level as well. So we have this maybe even longer target, which is at the 12,205.4. So this is basically the levels I'm targeting, guys. So I'm very short now. So let's look at US 30, another index. US 30 looking bullish, but similarly, I am still hoping that we shall retrace. So about 900 to 1,000 pips. Points rather. Actually, is this 120 points? I just feel like there's loads of liquidity downside. We pushed up a couple of weeks ago. We got to some supply level. We definitely cleared some imbalances upside. We began to push down. We kind of, we were very bearish, and then, there was a bit of rejection because we literally kind of retested a pretty strong breakout zone. But I believe we are still on our way down. We closed, the weekly closed lower than the previous week. So I'm also bearish on US 30. We have an imbalance downside. So literally, maybe I'm seeing, let's see. About, is it 3,000? It's so 306 points. Yeah. Let me just look at it. Let me look at this again. So, sorry. from 34,703, that's about 3,000 points, right? 34,703 to 31,670. Yeah. So that's quite something, but that's, I mean, it's really possible for us to, get there. But even if we don't get that far, I'm just looking at this and thinking, okay, at least in the near term, we should score about 1,000 points. Okay, really, 1,000 to 1,300 points. That's US 30. So let's look at gold. I want to make this really snappy. Gold is looking bullish, guys. We broke out a couple of weeks ago, and then we've retested the breakout zone, and we're still looking bullish. This previous week, 2 weeks ago, we took out some liquidity, and then last week we were kind of bullish. I feel like that we still have pending liquidity upside. So I'm just like, we are definitely going to rally to the top. At least I'm looking at I guess about 1,000, 1,200 1,246 pips away. So about 1,200 pips away. Yeah, I'm bullish on gold. It's very possible we do have some imbalance downside. We do have some supply demand zone below. We have liquidity pending as well around the 1779.24 level. So two things may happen. We likely will probably draw towards this previous week's high of 2070 and then drop, or the reverse, drop, clear liquidity downside, and then, but I feel like there is more liquidity down. So I feel like we should first push up, take out immediate liquidity above, and then drop. So I'm really still bullish. The weekly is looking bullish. Let me see the daily. So is the daily. So is the daily. So is the daily. Just looking at how Friday closed. Yeah, I'm like liquidity imbalances. But we do have this pending level here that has been 1670. Okay, so it's just an interesting level, 1700, 1670 level. So I'm thinking we push up and then we begin to see ourselves attacking the lower end of things. So yeah, that's gold. Let's look at our GBP, USD. Let's look at a forex pair. These days, guys, I don't really trade forex that much. I realize I don't need to trade all these different assets. I can just trade one pair. Usually I trade US 30 or NAS, mostly NAS these days. So yeah. As for gold, last week we took out liquidity. We dropped, and we've been bearish, really. And you can see this is like a swing position I had last year, and just been dropping ever since. This is about, it's dropped about 1,100 points. This is from June, 6 months, about 10 months ago. Not bad. And we've finally gotten to some zone here. But I still feel we're bearish, guys. I still feel we're bearish, at least on the weekly. I'll only be thinking of buys if we do successfully take out the 1.31320 level, okay, or just basically the 1.3000. If we're at 3,100 levels, but I feel like we're still bearish. We did take out liquidity. There is potential to, okay, let me clear this. There is potential to push up, okay? Because there is potential to push up. We do have, so this is a scenario that might happen. We may see GU rally or open higher, maybe drive up about 150 pips, maybe 200 pips, and then maybe continue down. So I think when I look at it, yes, we are bearish, but we do have imbalances that are pending. And I have a feeling, just going by how we closed the week last week, there's a likelihood that we will push up, because when I look at it a bit closer, I do see on the daily interesting setups. Yeah, so I'm thinking take that out, possibly take out all the liquidity pending up here, bump into, I mean, there's a lot going on upside. But I'll really consider the buy, like I said, once we cross above the 1.3, 1346. Yeah, so I'm hoping we open bullish on G, but let's see. Then we have GBP, JPY. Let me see if it's looking like GU. GJ has been very clearly bullish. We did retrace and then we began to push up again. We retraced around March, was it early March? Actually, the end of March. It's on the daily. Let me look at the weekly first. So we did retrace and then we began to push up again. GU is still looking bullish on the weekly. Okay. Let me see what it's targeting. We actually took out liquidity. We do have an imbalance upside. So I'm thinking 169.061 is not a completely impossible target. That's about 700 pips away. So I'm thinking we definitely would want to push up and then maybe taper out. So I'm kind of feeling like we're looking bullish on GJ. So GJ, GU, I'm bullish. Let me look at EuroCAD. EuroCAD sometimes is very interesting. We've been very bearish for the longest time, as always. So you can see we did take out a level here. I feel like we may end up pushing lower with EuroCAD. We have imbalances below here around 1.34012 all the way to 1.3, possibly 1.32493. I'm just feeling like we've taken out this low. We kind of tried to push up the previous week before last, but then kind of failed to really be convincing on this move up. And I suppose, I mean, we do have liquidity upsides, and that's why I'm also thinking when we do form a nice bullish structure, we are really going to make serious highs on this pair. We're really going to make some serious, about 1,500 pips. But right now we've been kind of struggling. I feel like we may open bullish on EuroCAD. We have some imbalances up here. We have liquidity pending at around the 1.45, 46575 level. So I'm hoping we can push up. So I'm kind of bullish on EuroCAD, but we have some pending liquidity around 1.34451. We may attack that first before we push on up. Okay, so I'm really going to wait and see how Sunday opens, market opens, Sunday New York opens. So yeah, let's see. So let me look at Euro USD, which is one of the most heavily traded pairs. Really looking bearish as well. We do have liquidity around 1.06475. Looking very bearish, guys. Looking very bearish. We've kind of balanced out things on this end with this move down. We took out liquidity. We then pushed up. We've retested this demand zone again with a very bearish weekly close. We may just continue down. Yeah, I'm kind of like thinking we may push lower, then we then begin to break up. Okay, so again, for this pair as well, I'm just going to keep an eye on it, see how the Sunday market opens. And then, but I am bearish. I'm still bearish on Euro, USD, Euro CAD, GU, GJ, I'm bullish. Gold, I'm bullish. The indices, I'm kind of bearish. Let me look at them again just to be sure. I mean, yeah, I'm kind of bearish on open. You see, with the indices right now, definitely they're bullish long term, but because of how they move aggressively, that's why I'm actually saying that we're bearish, but we are still in bullish territory. But I feel like we are going to retest, and that's what I mean by bearish. When I say bearish for the indices, I actually mean we are retesting. We are likely to retest, yes. So definitely the market's still bullish, but we are likely to retest lower levels as mentioned earlier. Now let me look at one more pair, AUD USD. And AUD USD equally has some liquidity downside, some imbalances downside. We took out liquidity upside and tapped into some supply levels. And but we are looking bullish as well. But with this, just the way the week closed, gives me an indication we may push lower, possibly, and then continue on to the upside. Yeah, but I'll wait and see, because we do have there's a level here around not too much, 36 pips rather. We may drive into that, maybe 50 pips, and then continue to the upside. So I'm bullish on AU, but there's potential to just pull back a bit more when the market opens. Let me see the daily. Actually, when I'm looking at the daily right now, I'm just like, we may actually be dropping, because now the daily has, on the weekly, I couldn't see this imbalance is below a bit better, but now I can see them, and there's potential to actually get all the way down to, let's say, 225 pips away. That's at 0.72286. So that's potentially possible. But what we need to know is that we are bullish, okay, long term. So we'll probably drive down and then continue on our bullish move to the upside. So that's AUD. USD, let's look at one more pair, USD JPY, another heavily traded pair. Looks like the USD has been doing well against the yen pair. We have been bullish for quite a while on the daily, on the weekly, similarly. On the weekly, we even took out previous levels of structure, very strong levels of structure, which is an interesting sign. But if you look at it, really, we are very bullish on UJ. We're still very bullish on UJ. So I'm going to just take, possibly, let me see. Let me zoom in. Yeah, we've got into a supply zone. So there's potential to actually just reject off of this zone, which we did like 2 weeks ago. We did reject, and then last week we just continued on a bullish run because this momentum is really something. So I'm just going to watch it. We may try to take out the 125, the high of 125.856. And I think once we do that, I mean, that's like how far? That's like 150 pips away. Yeah, maybe 156. Let's see. I mean, it's about maybe 200, maybe 300 pips, so 150, 300 pips away in terms of the highs, or how far would it go on the near term. But I'm just thinking, well, once we take out the high, I mean, I'll wait and see how Sunday opens. I'll wait and see because I feel like we've left a lot of imbalance and we may just need to push lower before we continue on to the upside. At least push lower to 118.417 at the very least, around there. Yeah. So guys, hopefully this analysis is helpful in some ways to your own trading. And I just want to wish you guys a happy trading week ahead. Please enjoy, have fun. Feel free to drop a comment and let me know if this is adding any value to your own life. Thank you guys and see you soon. Bye-bye.